Want to know how the notable direct-to-consumer business model got its start? Buckle in because today we're going to dive into a brief history of the direct-to-consumer business model. Would you believe me if I told you D2C is about 2,700 years old? Keep watching to see what unfolded for D2C business during those millennia. I'm Noel, and this is Jotform. Let's go back in time. Retail sales likely date back to at least the 7th century BCE. Residents of what's now Turkey bought and sold in a way we might see as familiar to business-to-consumer behavior. In the intervening years, craftspeople sold their creations directly to consumers. And in that time, technology advanced. Producers found different ways to reach their customers both directly and from a distance. We'd be here a while if we really dove into the history of the D2C business model. So here are a few important highlights as defined by the technology that made new forms of direct sales possible. Let's start all the way back in 1498. The printing press had been around for only a few decades before an enterprising Italian publisher, Aldus Manutius, invented a mail-order catalog to sell his books. Other printers quickly followed suit, including Benjamin Franklin in 1744. Print catalogs still have a place in the D2C marketer's arsenal. Many D2C brands use sophisticated catalog and direct mail programs as a way to complement their digital experiences. Both back in the day and currently, our brains work the same by responding best to mental mapping in a print format. Let's fast forward a bit to 1978. Imagine you're sitting at home watching Laverne and Shirley. A commercial comes on and a man slices through a tin can with a Ginsu knife. He promptly urges you to call now to order. This 2-minute or less ad spot provides the building blocks of many subsequent direct response television efforts. But wait, there's more. Here's how to order. Do these lines sound familiar? Over 15 years of direct response commercials, Ginsu's parent company earned sales worth $500 million. It popularized the TV genre, infomercials, as well as D2C sales channels that continue today. In 1991, the National Science Foundation, which controlled the early internet in the US, lifted a ban on commercial use of the web. By 1994, the invention of Secure Sockets Layer, or SSL encryption, was paving the way for online credit card processing. Online retail began to creep into the mainstream. The New York Times reported this stepping stone and mentioned a Philadelphia man bought a Sting CD online. However, e-commerce was financially prohibitive for most brands and startups. The internet's use as a primary D2C channel would have to wait for costs to come down first. While the 90s saw the first stirrings of what was to come in the e-commerce revolution, it wasn't until 2006 that an online snowboard shop spun off into the online store platform Shopify. Although Shopify wasn't the first or only e-commerce platform, it did crack the code of user-friendliness, making it popular among customers and businesses. 3 short years later, Shopify retailers were bringing in the big bucks, hitting the $100 million sales benchmark. With all of these online advancements, e-commerce has launched countless direct-to-consumer companies. Here's a list of just a few examples of today's D2C big leaguers. The Dollar Shave Club supplies men's grooming products. Warby Parker supplies prescription eyewear. Casper makes shippable mattresses. Allbirds makes shoes and apparel. Glossier, who sells makeup and skincare. And Bonobos, which sells men's apparel. The direct-to-consumer sales model has had a long and successful past. Let's do a quick recap. 1498, the first mail-order catalog was created. Other printers quickly followed suit. 1978, direct response television sliced its way into mainstream media. 1994, the ban on commercial use of the web was lifted and e-commerce was just beginning. 2006, shops started using e-commerce platforms such as Shopify, totally exploding the e-commerce landscape wide open. You too can take advantage of the D2C model and have your business selling straight to the consumer in no time. Keep watching this series to learn why D2C sales work so well, and also what challenges aspiring D2C sellers may face. I'm Noel. Thanks for watching Jotform, and stick around to learn more.